miracle. Every breath we take, the past is history, the future mystery. This moment is the gift.
Woo! Welcome, Miracle Makers. I'm so glad you're here. What an extraordinary time we're going to have today. Oh my gosh, an authentic hour of your soul, miracle making, and so much more. Readings for you, and you getting really, really clear on how to create, manifest, and bring about what only your soul can bring about. We've got in studio with us Katoto Sunshine Love. Woohoo! Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. And we've also got, we're going to set the intention for today. This is to really, Tony is running the board. He's our producer, turning on the mic.
There we go.
Woohoo!
Hi, everybody.
Yay.
Hi, Tony.
Hi. The intention for today's show, and if you are driving, do not close your eyes. But everyone else, if you can take a moment, it's so amazing how much love there is inside your heart. And for every bit of us, every person that you meet, that we meet, that is in studio or hears this, feels the effect of your beautiful heart, your beautiful love, and you become fearless, are fearless in sharing what only you can share. This nectar, this juice, this mana that exists inside your soul comes through your heart and gives to everyone and everything, because you know you are love, abundant and connected to all things. We're so grateful for this time in studio and for everyone that connects with us through this medium. Thank you. And so it is.
So it is.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. It's almost like we've spent all of yesterday together, start to finish, and then today to really come in. And I love that you have a show on UBN Go Network called Authentic Soul.
Authentic Hour of the Soul.
Authentic Hour of the Soul. And so this is, what to you is, when is someone being authentic?
When you're doing exactly what you want to be doing in that moment. So when a man says, I feel like a woman, and gets a sex change, he's authentic. When a woman who's Asian, and I don't like labels, but I'm using this for a point of reference for other people, dyes their hair blonde and gives himself a perm, they're being authentic, because it's what they actually want to do. It's not what society says they have to do, or their ancestors, or their family, or the media. And that's just a very not a superficial, or not superficial, but it's just a very top layer of that. So when you're in a situation and you really don't want to do something, and your body is saying, don't do this, I don't want to do this, and you've told all these people, I'm going to do this, and you don't want to do it, okay? And you don't do it, you're being authentic.
So beautiful. What a great reference point. For me, authenticity is when you take a action, or when you show up without any desire to manipulate the outcome. Like, authenticity is being in integrity into the nitty gritty. So if your body doesn't want to do something and you're tuned into your body, really, really tuned in, you don't take action and you stay true to your connected body that's connected to your word. That's integrity. That's one layer of authenticity for me. And the other part is you're sharing from a space without trying to influence the result. Manipulation is such a, but I love someone working with a marketer. A marketer once said, marketers ruin everything.
I love you, Anne. I think you're an amazing marketer. I just wanted to say that.
Yes, and that marketers, from the standpoint of want to walk you down a path or a place to get you to a particular result, which is that's when you're authentic, you're showing up for yourself as well as for the other and becoming something together. And both of you in integrity. So if you're hanging out with someone and they haven't been in integrity in the past, you work to really make it possible so that they feel safe enough to show themselves, to not have to. And if you want someone to like you, that's a subtle form of manipulation. If you're like, I can't share that, they're not going to like me if I say that. It's such a subtle form of showing up inauthentic because you're doing it for someone to like you versus sharing a possibility of, if I say, no, I don't like that on you, and then you grow something together. You go, oh, that's interesting. Why don't you like that? Because you're not taking it personally. In integrity, connected to something deeper. When you're in integrity, you can really be authentic. When you're really authentic, you can be in integrity, mind, body, spirit. So I love this. I'd love for you to define soul. What is soul?
My soul has been around for a very, 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 very longer than I want to know time. And your soul knows what feels real and what doesn't. And if you're feeling constricted, I don't want to go to this job.
Yes.
You know, I know they're not being fair and I can't get out of bed. I don't think that's connected. I set my alarm.
Yes.
I don't think it's connected, but my soul knew that it was, you know. And so I couldn't get out of bed. And so, not this job. My soul is, according to a lot of really high teachers, pure and innocent and absolute light of God. And my soul is 100% pure love. The skin suit, which includes my DNA, my neural pathways, my chemical markers of the brain, my experiences, my times that I didn't know I had a choice, you know, before Corey and Corey, all those things, that's inauthentic. And they talk about integrity, and I just wanted to say, I know some people that call themselves so integral, and maybe financially, business-wise, they are. But I think integrity is saying, okay, I know that I made a promise in my business that I'm going to heal anybody that comes, or that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, but I don't like you, and I don't want to heal you. Like, that would be integrity. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
That would be authenticity. That would be assertive. You could say it with love, speak the truth in love, or just assertiveness.
Yes.
Our energy isn't a good mix. I'm not going to serve you.
Yes.
You know? But, like, I've met so many people that say they have integrity. And when it really came down to it, you
Yes.
know, where I was in the Titanic and I was in steerage and there was all those, you know, and it was like, can you please throw me a lifeboat? Well, I've already thrown you 3 and you didn't do exactly what I said you were going to do, so no.
Right. It's a moment by moment thing, but being in integrity moment by moment. So I hear you with that. It's so interesting because I think that's the hardest thing for people to get. That's why there is so much illness. That is why there's so much fear. That's why so much the earth is in integrity. The energy coming up from it, we can feel it's consistent. And when we become consistent with the earth's energy, with its functioning, we can move and go to areas when there's danger. You know, with the fires, they were studying animals, and the free animals in California moved, got away, knew even before, a little bit before. When you're connected to the earth, you're in integrity. What you think, what you say, what all of it is consistent. Your thoughts are consistent with your actions, consistent with your soul, consistent with your word. And it's moment by moment. If someone knocks themselves out of integrity, an authentic, a conversation can restore integrity. A conversation can say, listen, this is what happened for me. I'm so sorry. What happened for you? And the parts that are really difficult, I think, is when we connect our feelings and our neurobiology, and an emotion goes on for longer than 2 minutes. Biologically,
I'm gonna be biscuit right now. Maybe I should pour some water.
Yes, it's so funny. Biologically, we're designed to always be in integrity with the current moment. Biologically,
that's what it is,
right?
The moment
in the current moment,
which flows and ebbs and changes
and flows. And so, if in the past you were out of integrity or someone was out of integrity, if you're holding the past in your body. So I grew up in difficult circumstances. I'm an Asian woman, believed blonde was beautiful. So, of course, in my younger years, I dyed my hair. It wasn't blonde. I did it once or twice as full blonde. It didn't look good. You know, like I wanted...
It's not your earth angel realm.
It's right. It's that whole experience of growing up wanting to be someone else rather than accepting my own version of beauty, or that integrity bit, wanting someone to like me, that integrity bit, this look, this feel, this moment, if at any point in the past I was out of integrity and it comes up and I meet someone that I was with back then, life is giving me the opportunity to share, wow, I'm so sorry I was out of integrity there. But if I am running the same pattern over and over again, my soul is trying to wake me up to a dysfunctional thought and a dysfunctional body. So if I kept running into people that said, wow, remember when you were blonde, remember all of the things of the past, and that's what shows up over and over and over again, where you were physically not in love with yourself, physically out of integrity with love for yourself as I showed up.
You're very earthy, so you see it from a very earthy perspective.
Yes.
But I'm an angel.
Yes.
So according to Doreen Virtue,
yes,
all the angels dye their hair blonde. We don't know why.
Yes.
We just do.
That's so beautiful.
Since we were really young. We
Yes.
just do in Earth Angel Realm Readers. I mean, I graduated the class, but it's also in many books.
Yes.
Angels, no matter what their race, no matter what their culture,
Yes.
will want to dye their hair blonde from a very young age because that's probably what we looked like in heaven.
Yes.
You know, that particular Earth Angel realm.
Yes.
You know, so an incarnated angel, since I was 13 years old, I was like, I mean, even before that I wanted to, but I was like, Mom, you know, can I please? And she's like, well, maybe red. I wasn't red. I'm not
Yes.
a mer cherub. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I do have aspects of a cherub because I'd much rather, you know, be by the sea and look at it than swim in it.
Yes.
But I think that when you talk about those things, for me, it's different just because, like Christ says, I'm in the world but not of the world, and I know that I'm a star person, and I know that I'm an angel.
Yes.
And so the earth never really agreed with me, just to be honest with you. I wasn't into bugs. I wasn't into dirt. I wasn't into, like, a lot of the things the earth had to offer. I liked tropical things. You know,
Yes.
but like I remember I went camping when I was 6 years old, and I woke up and a spider had bit me right here, and my whole eye had like shut, and it was big
Ouch.
deal for me to go camping anyway. And so it's like all that stuff was really, if I look above, because I have to look above that stuff, and I have to say, why does a man, you know, any man who grew up 30 years, muscular, big, you know, I
Yes.
love the ladies, all of a sudden decide, I'm really a woman. Because he's being finally authentic. Now, when he's 80, he may say, wow, that's not who I am anymore. But it doesn't mean that he's not being authentic in the moment.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
And so I love that you love being blonde. For me, it was I had programming.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at television, and everyone beautiful on television was blonde. And everyone that I saw, all my dolls, everything that I played with. And so it wasn't an inside knowing that I had to be blonde. It was an outside like me, but so I'll go blonde. And so for me, I love Dorian Virtue, and I love all the work that's come thus far. But I believe we have to stand on the shoulders of that. And I really don't believe all angels are blonde or called to be blonde. And this is from the realms of Egypt and the realms of understanding biology and life. If we are spending more than 2 minutes on an emotion, more than 2, it's a biological, it's biology trying to correct itself in nature. So if you wind up sad, and yes, if something sad happens, you have to go through the process and really embody it and really turn in the direction of that pain, embrace it, welcome it. But if you're sad from childhood forward, and you will invent experiences to be addicted to that sadness. This is biology. This is what your body does. This is your DNA, and all of it connected so deeply in order to wake you up so that you can, and I know we have such different belief systems.
What strands of DNA? I was going to ask you.
Yes.
What strands? Because see, you're talking about, you know, like doctors and science and that's
Yes.
junk DNA, and I've activated 14 strands.
Yeah, there's no junk DNA. There's no
Right.
junk.
So like on that DNA strand,
Yes.
like in that dimension, Like, that's where we were. Like, in 3D, I absolutely was like, I don't love myself, and I'm 240 pounds, and maybe if I'm blonde, but it wasn't that. I didn't find out till I woke up what it really was. That I remembered heaven, and I'm just talking about my own realm.
Yes.
I'm not talking about all angels because earth angel realms are, I mean, you talk about, they got short hair, pixies, flower fairies, tree fairies, you know what I mean? Galactic knights, you know? I mean, all walks of life, it's about the eyes, right?
Yes.
But one of the things about an incarnated angel is that they want to be blonde. Like, they just want their hair lighter. And I don't know what that is. It could be maybe being closer to the white light of heaven. I mean, I honestly don't know. She didn't say, and it's not something that I really picked up on. But I know for myself, like, okay, I'll give an example. When I was 10 years old, I was around a lot of racist people. And I had a little blonde friend. And I didn't really want her blonde hair at the time at all. I just wanted my hair not to, if I flipped it up, to stand straight up like Don King, right? And so I went to her hairdresser. I'm like, oh, can you do my hair too? Well, not unless we cut it all off. And I was like,
wow.
Yeah. And so a year later, I went back. And I was like, okay, will you do my hair now? Well, I'm telling you, only if we give you an afro. And I was like, okay. And then it wasn't until years later I found out why that was the worst year of my life. Because I need long hair. So it's not, I can't go by the earth anymore for me.
Right.
So,
and I think that's such an important point. Everyone has to. Miracle Maker, you have to go with your internal knowing, your internal connected knowing. You know you have to have long hair. You know that you have to be blonde for yourself.
I don't have to be blonde. I just have to be, I can be purple.
Yes.
I can be pink. I've had purple hair. I've had black and purple hair and loved it.
Yes.
So it's more about, for me, that it's not about what the earth and the media and the doctors and the psychologists say. It's about, who am I really? Am I a star person? Am I an Atlantean? Am I a combination? You know, am I definitely an incarnated angel, but that's not the only part of me.
Yes.
So definitely star person in there, because I don't agree with Earth. So it's like, you know, and I want people to know that that's okay. Like, I love Radiohead, and he's like, I'm a creep, you know. I am too. We don't belong here. What the heck are we doing here, right? Like, that was the song. Yeah. What am I doing here?
Yes.
I don't belong here. Since childhood, I felt that way. And what I want people to know is it's okay. You know, wear your, like, silver jumpsuit when everybody else is wearing their, you know, black tie outfit. You know what I'm saying? Wear your, like, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Pee Wee Herman, big, you know, and, like, shine. Because as you are, you're a star person if you're doing that. I hate to tell you, but you are, you know?
It's beautiful.
So you're doing what's authentic to your planet. We're star seeds here. And so I've passed the realm. That's what authenticity is to me, is where I allow other people's human constructs to affect who I know I authentically am.
Beautiful. So, so beautiful. I know we've got callers, and we're going to start taking callers, and we are continuing the conversation. We're going to answer those questions around what is the soul as each person comes in as well. And Tony, let's take the first caller. Welcome, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, welcome. What's your name?
Yes, Amy.
Hi, Amy. I'm so glad you're here.
I love that name.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this Facebook listen. This is great.
We're so glad. What can we answer for you?
You know, I don't even know where to begin. I'm at 2 points. What the heck am I doing with my life? I just feel so useless. Let me turn this off.
Yes, wonderful.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like I'm doing nothing in this world. I'm getting nowhere. I know my passions, but I just can't get them going. I feel stuck. Who am I? Why am I here? That's not a good way to start 2019.
It's so interesting because with you, I get spirals and turning and physical movement is what your body is wanting to do around. You get still inside yourself when you start physically moving your body.
Yeah, I agree. When I'm sitting in a room, I get like I'm in a box and I want to go run and just be out in nature. When I'm out in nature and I'm hanging out and I'm meeting neat people and doing spiritual things, high as a kite.
Yes.
How do you make a living on that?
Oh, gosh. It's so beautiful because one of the things that's important for you is it's interesting because if you were driving right now, you would be okay with that too. Like the movement, always just being in movement. And so many people now get paid to help people come out of their their home and anxieties by having someone to go hiking with, to have someone show them the trails, to have someone basically friend them to help them wake up themselves in their body.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love that. I would love to show them, take them on hikes in nature. I would love to show them how to eat healthy. I love spiritual journeys.
And so
yeah, now we're talking like joy.
And this is, and Amy, we've never talked before. Is that correct?
Actually, we did about a year ago.
Well, you called in about a year ago.
Yeah. Maybe less, but it's been a long time because I've been missing your shows. I feel so sad to miss them, but I haven't had the right timing with them.
Oh, I'm so glad you made this one. And the reason that I bring this up is I didn't know this about you, and so your soul is communicating with me. Would you say that's right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is not something that I knew about you. And your soul is saying that if you start a journey of offering this as a service, that you will start the day with someone and you at a particular hour, and you'll go hiking with them and you'll spend this time, and you have different ways that you love to show up with them. Did that make sense? Like you can show up as just hiking or coming over and hiking and then creating a healthy meal, or it's hiking, healthy meal plus meditation and kind of movement with you in their space.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
And it shows up as something around music for you as well. So you've got the movement and then this desire for music to come through you. So that's one level of the first step of waking up is getting really grounded in this is your soul's purpose, to bring down other people's anxiety, get them grounded and take them hiking, teach them how to eat, sitting and meditating. And then the next step, sort of the next window to open within your own soul has to do with music. And it's going to come in a little bit more every time you take someone walking, hiking, touring.
Yeah, that's exactly. You know, when people want to meet with me, I don't want to go hang out in the coffee shop. We go, let's grab something and go out in nature, barefoot on the earth. Let's walk around nature. I love to do energy work with nature, you know, different ways of doing my massage work that's not the normal way. And that's where I sing, and healthy food and showing them how to be inspired to eat healthier and why, get the logic behind things. Yeah,
It's so And I know Katoto's got some stuff for you
Yeah,
too.
Amy, I was getting Archangel Metatron, and then she mentioned music, and that's Archangel Sandalphon, his twin brother. So as above, so below. So Metatron for your ascension, because that's what you're really talking about, is definitely going to help you with the joy, with the balancing of your sacral chakra and his cube and the flower of life and all of those things that I know you're starting to. Actually, I don't quite know, but you may be starting to discover when you're working with these people. But I got a major thing here, and it was cleanse your energy. Ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords of fear between you and these people that you're taking to these hikes or wherever it is, because as beautiful as nature is and as wonderful as your intentions are, I'm getting that, you said that you have a passion, but you feel stuck. A lot of times with that, Amy, is other people's expectations. And so I'm a big person on individualization. I know oneness is really popular right now, but I say that I'm one with my creator and not even my nomad, because I don't really know who they are or what their intentions are towards me. So I say that individualization is very important. Give, love, but do it where you actually authentically want to. Not because, you signed up for this thing where you're taking people to do this and today you don't feel like it, or maybe you change your mind. I'm just getting that it's an energy drainer for you when you're around too many people giving them this beautiful gift. And one of the things that I love to teach people is that it's not always up to us. The angels will, in fact, do it for us. And sometimes it works out better for the person. And it could just be one person in a group of people that you're doing or that you may be doing in the future, I'm getting. But just keep in mind that when we're out there and we're sharing energy and we're doing energy work with people, we can pick up on energy that isn't our own and isn't for our highest good. And that's when you can say, Archangel Metatron, can you take this, please? Archangel Michael, please cut the cords of fear between me and so-and-so. And you can even do it yourself. I cut the cords of fear between me and, whoever it is. And really, you can go out in nature. I'm getting a lot of, I just heard the word hermit, but not like that. But just sitting by yourself in nature and absorbing for yourself. And one of the things that I learned is that, the woman and man who heals themselves heals everyone before them and everyone after them. And literally raising your vibration so that you are a light being yourself in and of itself, whatever your passion, whatever your joy is. If you want to make $1 million house sitting someone, it is possible. I do know how to help people manifest those things. You just have to write the words, make the decision, and do the small action steps of what you can towards it. And believe. But it's definitely knowing that as you do it for yourself, that in and of itself is enough to change the entire universe. So sometimes I got lost, or I listened to people. That's what I did. I listened to people who were very lost in the belief system. We've got to save humanity. We've got to save humanity. We've got to go do this. We've got to go do that. And where's the joy and the fun in that? See, you won't be stuck if you're in joy. So I get that. I see you sitting down with leaves. I guess you must not be in, I guess it's wintertime where you are now, or fall. And I see you sitting down. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I see you sitting down with dried leaves, and I see you sitting by yourself and just meditating and absorbing from the earth for you and filling up for you. Does that make sense?
That's absolutely me. I am out in nature more than I could just live out there. But I love my comforts. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not going to make that as the way to live. But yeah, being in nature is so essential to me.
Yeah.
Every day.
Amy, I want to add in January 5th. It's on drsarahlarsen.com. event page, we're doing a new moon ceremony and an activation and a whole event around waking up your soul's purpose. If you go to the event page, what you'll see is me standing next to Make-A-Wish Foundation, the actor that's going to be playing him in the new Wish movie, and the founder of Unite for Good. And all of these incredible energies, you called on purpose because this is your year. You really are designing your life to wake yourself up. And we do beautiful ceremonies so that you can cut the cords of the past. This is within Miracle Makers Academy. If you're signed up there, you'll get an invite to this Miracle Makers Academy. And it's such an important time, especially for you, because you're like this year waking up to so much, and communicating clearly what you offer will make it easier for the people that you're working with to find you.
Thank you for that.
You're so welcome. I look forward to seeing you maybe January 5th, the new moon work.
Yes, I will look at the event and I'll see. I really appreciate both of you. You did a very good job for me.
Oh,
thank you.
You're so welcome.
I just want to interject, Amy. I want to let you know something, because when you work with Metatron, it's the highest good. So you never go wrong with that. The highest good. And you have a higher soul, a higher self, a goddess self, and an inner child. So yes, there's emotional bodies, but I stay away from the astral. So I don't recommend the astral. But you know, and again, if it's authentically what you like, that's authentically what you like. So there's no judgment there. This is just my journey. But just remember that you have a higher soul. You know, they talk a lot about the higher self, but you have a higher soul. So I found out my higher soul is someone that makes a lot of decisions. And this lovely lady, her higher self visited my backyard a couple of months ago, two days before I spoke with her on the phone. So these things are very, very real, and it doesn't always have to be just the soul that is within those 7 chakras. You know, there's a higher being to you. You are an infinite being, and it doesn't have to be a scary thing. The angels will help you through that, but it doesn't have to be so, pardon my expression, skin-suited.
What's that? Thin skin?
Skin-suited. So skin-suited is kind of like when we're kind of stuck in the body in the moment, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But you can literally just kind of go in your meditation in the nature and connect with your higher soul. I'm definitely getting that for you. I
love it.
Great. Thank you.
Oh, love you, Amy. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, and Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. So lovely. It's such a lovely story to share this. If it's okay to share about, so the way that I work is God tells me who to work with. Mm-hmm. It's very, very clear, but the more I go forward, it's source, love, angel guidance is really my GPS system. And 2 days before we met on the phone, there was a knowing that there was someone new that at the highest level of possibility with. And so one of our mutual friends recommended me to Katoto. I wound up on the phone with her. We wound up working together that night, and Katoto's become a miracle maker. And we're working together for the year to really bring out the grandest miracle frequencies that we can bring forward. And it's such a gift to really, and I would say, what's happened for you since that visit? outside the window that you can really like tangibly.
You cured me of something. There are entities, guys. They're called lying spirits. Some people call them fifth dimensional mocking spirits. If you travel through the dimensions, which a lot of us do and we don't know, they've been pouring so much light onto this planet, guys. That's why it's so important to ground.
Yes.
That's why Sarah loves the earth. I miss the stars, but it's okay. That's why I've got my earth elemental spray. Here I am grounding, okay? But there are entities. And I was traveling from, 7 to 6 to 5 to 4, I think. I was in astral land. And, they were lying to me. And one of the things that happened was Hurricane Matthew happened. And I had a lot of emotions towards my free will. And I had all sorts of lying spirits telling me, you've got to do this, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. And it happened to have non-directly something to do with the areas that Hurricane Matthew happened in. So all of a sudden, a friend of mine is like, oh my God, you got to pray right now. And she blew the faith of Christ through the phone to me. And I had this conversation with her. Her name is Sharon Lee Bridwell. She's an amazing healer. I adore her. Her guide just gave me a kiss. I love you, great-grandmother. And she's an amazing healer. And for years I thought, oh my God, she gave me the faith of Christ. I barely cared and went, dear God, please bless them in Hurricane Matthew. I just want to die and be with my father and children in heaven. The end, right? That was literally what I said. Nothing in her yard was touched. Nothing in her yard. Nothing in her sister's yard. They were completely protected, and that's all she asked me for. Now, the lying spirits had me believe that because I didn't have and use the faith of Christ to, the utmost that I could have, that I freaking caused Hurricane Matthew. Can you imagine walking around for 2 years believing that on any level? 300,000 deaths.
And
this woman told me a couple months ago, she freed me from this. I mean, we're just being authentic here. I mean, this is real. That water has free will. Now, I know the virtues control the weather. I know Archangel Uriel with divine will can part. I know that theta healers, because I tried to do it for myself and I got attacked during my second class, but theta healers can part things just like Moses and change the weather for the good. It's all highest good. We're talking creator of all that is, right? But I still didn't understand, even going like, but I thought the virtues controlled the weather. What if I'm a virtue, right? Water has free will. And that is the best gift you ever gave me. Because even though no soul will leave this plane until they're ready and they actually want to go, guys, I know it's not easy to believe that, but they want to go. I didn't cause that hurricane, okay? I didn't cause any hurricane. I didn't cause the snowstorms in Massachusetts when I didn't feel like going to work either. I just happened to live in a place where we had nor'easters, and that's that.
it's so beautiful to line yourself up with nature, God, angel, law. How long have you been studying? How long have you been doing this work? And when did you start? And then we'll take our next caller. Okay. If you could give a short answer. But
short answer.
Like how long?
5 years old.
Since you were 5 years old.
Took breaks, different religions, different belief systems. But I've been doing magic since I was 5.
Since 5 years old. And my first communication about this was with my grandmother at 3. It started from childhood.
Wow.
And then both of us have had the near-death experiences and the connection of leaving the body to connect with something outside of this physical seen realm. So it's really amazing to have 2 people reading. Thank you for answering that so beautifully and briefly. Let's take the next caller. Welcome, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Dr. Larsen. It's so good to get through.
Yay, we're so glad
Hello?
you made it through. Yes. What can we answer for you? What's your name?
My name is Sheila, and I just joined Miracle Academy on January the 1st.
Oh,
congratulations. Welcome.
Gift to give yourself. So glad you're here. Sheila, what can we answer for you?
I have sort of an insurance claim that I have with a lawyer, and it's dragging on forever. And I was wondering, do you see any resolution coming in the near future?
First word I got, wrong lawyer.
So go ahead and say that into the mic.
First word I got, wrong lawyer. I'm going to put a disclaimer here, but that's the first word I got, wrong lawyer. And I can tell you that I've had experiences where I've hired people that are professional, and they were all great on paper, and they were great for other people too. So it doesn't mean they're not fabulous, wonderful people. But there's certain jobs that heaven has a way of finding a solution for. And I'm not quite exactly sure where you can go. Sarah can probably shed more light on this. But the first thing, wrong lawyer. No offense. May you get many clients, whoever you are.
It's so, Sheila, it's so interesting because I feel like there's more. I do see a resolution happening, and there's a little bit with. Tell me about housing. You and housing.
Yes, I have to move as well, and I live in a very expensive housing market. So
Yes.
I was hoping that I'd be able to find a nice place to live that I could afford as well.
So,
And I'm really.
it's amazing what's happening. Like this delay is happening for you with the settlement resolution coming through, because it will allow you to become a little bit more resourceful in what you're looking at. I'm going to say that another way. What's coming through is, because it hasn't been resolved yet, you're looking in places that are going to wake your soul up even more. Did that make sense? If it was already solved, if the settlement was already in, you wouldn't be exploring what you're exploring right now.
Right, probably.
And the exploration is helping you. There's at least 3 people that you've got to meet. It's interesting. And then that after you meet these 3 people, you line it up to where you meet them, then the resolution, the settlement starts coming in. So there's aspects of the settlement that have been easier to move. Is that correct?
Yes. And I was just hoping to get it resolved so I could kind of move on with my life. And I can't really change lawyers at this late date.
Yeah.
But,
Can I say that?
Sure, absolutely.
I
don't know.
apologize. I just get so excited. I forgot. He helps with legal issues. Archangel Metatron helps with legal issues.
So, Katoto, say a prayer. So, say a prayer right now that will
For
help
Metatron?
for Metatron to help Sheila.
Do I have your permission to do that, Sheila?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. I ask to be surrounded by divine white light. I call in 100,000 angels and guides of love, light, healing, protection, and that are the highest, best, most loving for this situation. I call upon Archangel Metatron, who is the healer of all things and will help us with legal issues. And I ask for her highest, Sheila's highest, best, most loving outcome in this situation for herself and all in her soul group. I ask for the vibration of this entire situation to be raised to its highest ability, that it bless the multitudes, not just her, but also through Christ. It bless those that are also going through this situation, or anything even remotely similar. I ask for the highest, most loving, and easy and short soul lesson on this one. For all those involved, according to their higher selves and divine will. And I thank you, Archangel Metatron, and I ask Archangel Sandalphon to ground her so that she may do those things that she needs to do while Metatron is doing those things above. I ask this for the highest good according to divine will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
And so it is. Woohoo. Sheila, so I see it so beautifully. It's so beautiful. Thank you. That was, go out and meet as many people as you can. And then all of this amazing work, and it resolves, and you're going to wind up living. It's going to work out to where you're living where you want to be living.
Oh, good. And you think that'll happen in the near future?
So it's interesting because it's the government shutdown. It's sort of interesting. So many things are affecting this. And you meeting people will really make a difference in moving this and resolving this forward. So it's in your field, there's 3 people that you would not otherwise meet if this was already resolved.
Okay.
And so it's walking down that path and meet as many people as you can meet. Go out as much as you can, and it resolves after you've met. You'll have an internal relief sense that's coming in, and that's when it resolves.
I got you. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. We're so glad you're part of Miracle Makers, Sheila.
Thank you.
Welcome. We can't wait to see you on the group calls and the group work as well. Thank you. Oops.
Please keep us informed.
Yeah,
I know you're still listening, or I believe you are. Please keep us informed, because I'd really like to see this.
We're so excited about this. Oh, so lovely. Tony, let's take another call. Welcome, caller. It's Katoto, Sunshine Love, and Dr. Sarah Larsen and Tony. Woohoo! In the house for you. What can we answer? What can we guide you
Dr.
with?
Sarah?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, Dr. Sarah. It's Kathy. How are you?
Oh, fantastic, Kathy. So glad you're here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Love, I'm so glad that you're here. My heart is smiling. Katoto, you've met Kathy in Miracle Makers as well.
I just want to know what you see. Anything coming up for me? Just anything. And by the way, I took Doreen's course many, many years ago, and I'm an incarnated angel also.
Oh, you must love to help people.
I do.
Yeah. Are you learning assertiveness?
I'm sorry?
Are you learning assertiveness?
Am I learning assertiveness? No.
Or are you already assertive?
Yes.
You're already assertive?
I can barely hear you. Are you saying
I was
certified?
asking about it. No, assertiveness. So she has a book called Assertiveness for Earth Angels, which is very good for incarnated angels who love to rescue and save.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yes, I would very highly recommend it. I'm an assertiveness coach, and one of the things that I learned is that if I say I'm going to, let's all go see that movie, and I really don't want to see that movie, my tummy suffers, right? And I don't have to do that. Instead, I can say, you know what? I love you so much, and I love hanging out with you, but I just don't do TV anymore. So I'm not going to watch that movie.
Yeah.
You know? And I do some TV.
Okay.
But do you understand what I'm saying? So it's a great book to read, and it's really good to get to kind of know yourself. And anybody else that's listening, you can take it kind of like the ENIF personality kind of thing, learning who you are. You can look at it as a personality type. We look at it a little bit differently, but basically it'll really move things forward, because I feel a lot of other people's energy around you, and I feel it as a weight around you. And so Archangel Michael will really help with that. Mother Mary's coming through. She really, she's the Queen of Angels according to Doreen, but I believe that not just that, she's pure love. And she looks out for those who she sees need that extra nurturing. And I'm getting that if you call upon Mother Mary and Archangel Michael to protect
do
your
all the
energy.
time.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why they
Yes.
came through.
Yep.
That's why they came
Yes,
through.
I do all the time.
Great.
I have Metatron, Mother Mary,
Yep.
Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. I have them all inside my home.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. You know who's also really great? Archangel Uriel, because he'll bring to mind all those really pleasant times in your life. And he'll also highlight you. So if you wouldn't normally be noticed for something you want, he'll like put a golden ray around you and it'll be you that's seen. And the other thing is Archangel Ariel will help with all your material needs.
Oh, good. Good. That I need. Hey, Dr. Sarah.
Yes, love. Bear is coming through so
there's
strongly.
a possibility that I could get a puppy at the end of February.
That's so beautiful. This is what Bear wants.
And I don't know. And I don't know if it's a German Shepherd puppy. And I don't know if this is the one Bear's sending to me.
So, Bear has specific instructions for you but he's coming through with you showering your husband with love the way that you showered it on Bear. It's interesting, like, if you pretend your husband is Bear.
Okay.
And you can even tell your husband that you're doing this, but it's going to do something that's really magical between you both. He's like the same sort of like walking over and scratching and sort of connecting with your husband and Bear. Scratching behind the ears is a hand motion that Tony just made. He's like scratching, but really going and serving and loving your husband. Saying, listen, Bear told me I need to take you for a walk. Let's go for a walk. Bear told me that, and like whenever you miss Bear, I want you to shower.
I do all the time.
Right. Shower that communication to your husband and do with your husband what you would have wanted to do with Bear. And Bear said, remember washing my legs? Like you
remember what?
Washing his legs?
Yes, I did. Yes.
So he's saying offer to do that for your husband. So that might be the moist and heat towels, that sort of stuff. It's really going to transform so much for both of you guys in 2019. And Bear's coming from the heavenly perspective, sharing this, saying this is what's needed to balance you guys out, to bring out all the possibilities with finances, with health, with your marriage, with the family energy, his family, your family dynamics.
Wow. Do you think this puppy is going to be sent from Bear?
And he is it's
Or
funny because Bear, I think, wants you to have a little bit of an older dog rather than a younger dog. And I'm going to say that another way. I think Bear is going to step into another dog.
Okay, so don't take this puppy.
And because that would be easier for you guys.
She'll know.
And you will know the older dog that is Bear.
Really?
Really.
Okay, so I got to call this lady and tell her no.
Yes, there's going to come along an older dog. And older means 4 years, not 15. a 4-year-old.
Okay.
And
Sometimes no is the best yes you can give yourself.
Okay, wow. I was so excited about getting this puppy.
there's
Okay, one quick question, I'll let you go. My husband's having a biopsy on his prostate. Is that going to be okay?
I think that's why the washing of the legs and washing of that, sort of giving him nurturing energy, love, is really, really important right now. And so...
so with the biopsies...
meaning...
is not...
but there's no... he's going to need your attention and your love. And to really...
My husband, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So then it's not gonna come back good.
So
it's cancer in the prostate.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's cancer. It feels really rough, nodular, and cancer, rough and nodular, and cancer are just a size away. Did that make sense? It's a measurement thing. So it's not necessary, and it's a dosage, not dosage, but the amount of prostate stimulating hormones, that sort of stuff in the biology as well. And so more than the numbers came back okay-ish for him, right?
And so did the MRI. He just had an MRI.
So those numbers
came back good too.
They came back good. So this is just going to show a roughness in there. But for that roughness to not turn, it needs nurturing and love like you loved and cared for Bear.
Okay. So will he need surgery?
So, and I would say it's really when we're making our reality moment by moment, breath by breath, right? We're making our reality moment by moment. God, angels, source, flow, our one soul in this oneness. So I don't want to say he's going to need surgery.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I'm getting very strongly that this is why you need to cut cords between you and the other family members that are draining your energy. And also...
I don't know who they are.
You know what? I have family members that live so far away from me that drained my energy. And I didn't know until I was psychically pulled to their state that it was them. So it's not anything negative. It could just be expectations of other people. But you really do have a right to take care of what you need to take care of right now. And I really got very strongly a huge pull, and it wasn't your husband. It was a huge pull when you first called in from lots of family members. And so they just have expectations, that's all. And when we raise our vibration and we change and we join places like Miracle Makers, right, we're changing.
Right.
And so they can't handle that because they're not in the same vibration yet. So just, cut the cords, just cut the cords of fear. But the other thing I wanted to tell you is that 528 hertz is the frequency of love, and it will heal the DNA. So you can get it on any YouTube channel. You can order it from Whole Tones. Oh, Whole Tones is a really good one. I would suggest that. You can...
528?
528 hertz. You can look that up on YouTube. And they also have one that has a Flower of Life meditation with 528 hertz. So that's Archangel Metatron again, right? And Sandalphon.
Right.
And those things, just love in and of itself is the most powerful force in the universe. So even just saying, I love you so much, I love you, and giving a kiss to the legs like you would to your dog. Like if your dog had a burr in his leg and you took the burr out, you'd be like, oh, I love you. Mwah. But this is a different type of I love you. This is a real, it's not the, oh, you're my cute little dog. This is I love you. And, I'm doing this.
Okay.
So,
Dr. Sarah,
yes.
Do you know how long it will be before this other dog comes in?
It's not going to be that long, and I would love for you to really, really pour affection. Just the same, without, if Bear wasn't cheerful with you, you wouldn't take it personally. You would say, oh, Bear is having a rough day. To do the same thing with your husband. And and you guys getting in balance, like getting balanced brings Bear's got a little bit that he's doing from the other side for you guys. And that's why it's not this puppy yet. And it's...
Okay, he wants his puppy, so Oh, okay.
So,
all right, no puppy, Dr. Sarah.
Right. Take care of your husband as if he were the brand new puppy. You're all excited to see him. Take care of your husband like he was Bear. No expectation of Bear to give back, right? You would just show up and give. And it's not going to be that long, but it's like an older 4-year-old dog or so that finds you guys. Like it's not a tough, you won't go far to have to find him, and it's not going to be that long. You guys have to balance out for Bear to come back in.
We have to
Do you see it in the eyes?
Okay. Okay, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Love you, honey, so much.
I love you, Dr. Sarah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay. Caller. Welcome. I think we've got more coming in. We can take one more.
Okay.
Hi. Who are
Hello.
we? Hello.
Hi. Oh, you two are such love and light. Thank you so much.
Aw.
Thank you.
We're so glad you're here.
So,
What's your name?
thank you. My name is Laura.
Laura?
Wonderful.
And I also have a litigation question. I have a team of attorneys since July, and they're telling me they might want to withdraw from my case. They told me they were going to do a bunch of things, and they didn't do it. And I'm just wanting a healing and what I should do, or a healing on this.
I get that they can't drop your case. There's even though it's a team of people, they can't drop it without risking stuff with their with the board.
Okay.
So I want you to take a look at that information, but how they can't drop it. That's what I heard come in so strongly, is you've got to know your right around this. Did that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
And you haven't looked at that yet. And it's interesting because you need a lot of support from the outside right now. So tell me about that.
Yeah.
Tell me about that just a little bit.
I just was injured, and I need physical therapy and possibly a surgery, but I have a seizure disorder, so the doctors are afraid of that, to do the surgery. And I can't cook a lot for myself because moving my arms causes seizures, and the doctors don't really understand that, except for they want to do a surgery because I have a lot of herniated discs and problems with the spine.
Is this your left side mostly?
Say it again?
Is this your left side mostly?
No, my right side.
Your right side. So I'm experiencing an opposite. Okay.
It's interesting because that's part of the reason they can't drop your case. You've got to get very, very clear, and there is a group that is around you, and I feel like going to the local library or calling the local library for these resources will be really, really helpful. What comes up for you around that, Laura?
I don't know. I have a library a block away. I don't. it's not a legal library.
Right. So this library a block away is going to wind up being a lifeline for finding help, getting people, even calling, connecting with them to go to the desk if you're able to at the library and connect with them and share with them what's going on and ask them about past speakers that came and ask them about help in your situation, city resources that are available for you.
Wow. Okay.
May I ask you a personal question? And you can absolutely
Yes.
say no.
Absolutely, ask me.
Is there a part of you that gave up?
You know, I read Paramesh Yogananda, and I'm trying to be neutral on this, and part of me just wants to give up. I would represent myself, but I don't feel good enough to. So I don't know what to do. So maybe part of me has given up.
I don't mean the case. Can I continue with that
yes,
line
with
of
life.
questioning?
Yes.
I don't want to.
Yes,
I don't want to put you on the spot, but
Yes.
I'm feeling so many things empathically, and I've been there. So I want to. So I want to ask you.
I had a near-death experience too. I went out of my body when I was hit, and I have to sleep upright in the same position for almost 5 years. I have seizures, and I feel like maybe I should just take another step. Yeah, I have in part given up, but I love life so much, and I want to contribute to the world. We so much need healing, the earth and planet, and I'm so good at that, but I need to get the help and get through this, and now I keep getting these big stops in front of me. I'm literally 11 days from trial, and they're going to quit on me. They're threatening because they didn't do the work they said they were going to do. But yes, I do have... I have thought of, but I would never do it and, move
I'm
myself to the
feeling
next plane. I love it, but part of me, has,
I'm feeling
I'm just going to go,
I'm feeling it empathically, so I'm feeling it in my ears. I'm feeling it all through here, my eyes, behind my eyes, my head. My hand is really hurting. And that was when I gave up, and it was my dad's side of the family, which is why I'm experiencing it on the... my mom's side of the family, which is why I'm experiencing it on the left side. Or for some reason, I'm experiencing it differently than you. It's almost like opposite. I think they're trying to teach me something with that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you start to talk to your body, if you're open to books like Louise Hay, Heal Your Body A through Z, you can find out.
I got it.
I'm hearing the pressure in my ears and in my head and in my brain. So she has something about, it's not a stroke. I don't know if it's a stroke or not. It could be mini strokes, but she has something about strokes which is called change or die. That's the negative belief system. And then you change it with a positive affirmation. And for me, I had trouble walking, and I couldn't get up the stairs. And, Laguna Beach, like every beach, you had to go up the stairs. And I literally just went, every cell in my, I'm really feeling it. Every cell in my body works at optimal level. And for me, with my relationship with Christ, but you can insert any God, goddess, angel, ascended master you want, I said I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And with you, you can say you can do all things through your higher self. You can do all things because you are one with God. You can do all things because you are a powerful force in the universe. You can do all things because you're 100% pure love, and that's what every molecule in your body is made up of. But I think that your body needs to be reminded, both consciously and subconsciously, that it's 100% pure love, and that it's not time to give up, and that when these things happen, I got the number 11 that you said, that's Metatron. He also helps with legal issues. And I'm feeling, so I'm not, don't worry about it, but I'm very empathic, so I'm feeling a lot of the symptoms that happen with you. And the throat, the head, the eyes, the heart, and the hands, and the numbness, and my foot. So if you're saying it's mostly the right side, it was my left foot. It like was turning in and doesn't even want to walk. And so what I'm getting for that is love the body with words for right now. 528 hertz as well, but love your body. Okay?
Okay.
I love that you changed your food as well to nurture you. That's what Spirit is really, really showing, that you changed so much of your food. It's so beautiful because this the mind appetite, right? Your mind's appetite, the anxiety, little bits here and there that are starting to creep in. It may not be your own anxiety.
Okay.
And so I love just what Katoto shared there with really taking Louise Hay's affirmations and that extra electrical activity. I would love for you to recognize that you're healing people with that sometimes within the medical system itself. The doctors, you've started to do prayers, start praying for your lawyers. You're healing them to be able to really be able to take this on and get the job done.
Okay. Dr. Sarah, do you guys see that there's going to be a positive resolution soon with this?
I do, but you've got to take the steps that were talked about. Well, one of them is go down to the library, go get those, go have those conversations, go find out. But Spirit requires correct thinking, energy, emotion, correct emotion, and then the physical reality shifts and changes. So you called in and you got authentic hour of the soul. You got miracle making happening here, right? And then the mental parts where we exchanged and we talked about this is the reason that it happened. You wanted this to be your last lifetime. You really intend to embody the energy of Paramahansa Yogananda, that love, that sacred heart. So you're all heart. And now is sort of the 11th hour, the 59th minute of this journey, this struggle. And so it's really calling in the faith. The mental energy needs you to go get real emotional, connected, other people involved, more than just the people involved. And physically, everything works out in your favor.
Nice.
So this is recorded. It's on YouTube. It's on iTunes. It's on Stitcher. Go back, listen to this, write it down, and take the steps.
May I say one thing? The Holy Spirit changes hearts. I apologize. My head is just, I'm experiencing it, Laura. So
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I experience it daily.
So if it's on my left side and you say it's on your right side, that's your father's side of the family, okay? So whatever it is, like start like thinking about that as well. You know what I mean? The relationship you had with that side of the family, with your dad, maybe taking things on your shoulders, maybe a heavy weight, or maybe they just wanted to give up, or he, whatever it was. But the Holy Spirit works with hearts. So not only with every single lawyer you come in contact with, every single human you come in contact with that you want help from, but really for yourself, and ask the Holy Spirit to change your heart, because when we have that vibration of, I am worthy of this help. I am not only worthy, but I am worthy of you going above and beyond for me. Then that's the vibration that's going to come back. And I really want that for you. So worthiness, Christ, Buddha, Metatron, absolutely. But just knowing for yourself from God, from the one that created you and brought you here, you are worthy for them to work their tails off to get this done for you. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Big hugs. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you. Hugs to you. Love you. Love and light.
You. Bye for
Love you
now.
too.
Thank you. Tony, Thank you for just all that you do. I have 2 questions for you. I know we're finishing, and that was, but what's authenticity to you? Because you have a show called Truth Be Told,
Yes.
and which is, which is the root as well. Authenticity, right? Truth be told. Mm-hmm. That's the root of Truth Be Told.
Well, I guess that, that's a kind of a tough question. I mean, like you were saying, it's all about, being true to yourself. It's being what you feel, what you need, the wants, but I always tell people with my show, Truth Be Told, I said, people sometimes comment and say, oh, that's not the truth. And I said, the point of my show is not to bring you their truth, is to inspire you to go seek the truth for yourself. And so I think, living in Los Angeles, we're around with a lot of people that feel like they're authentic, but they want to be somebody else, not themselves. They're destined life here on this planet. But I think just being authentic is, I'm learning every day that I find something new about myself that I didn't know, and then that opens up my true authentic self, so I can give that to others.
That knowing of thyself, know your own truth. Yeah. That's so beautiful. And the soul piece. How do you define soul?
When I was younger, it was a body with a soul, but now I know that my soul is really who I am. The body is just, like we say, like a shirt I put on this morning. It's just, if I chose it, or I always tell my mom when, my mom just recently passed away, I said, when she gets to heaven, and now she's in heaven, I said, you need to take your receipt to the customer service counter and say, I want my money back. You gave me a crappy body. So, so she said she would take the receipt back. So
that's so darling.
But I think the soul is just it's a light. It's a light that we carry, or it carries us to each dimension.
It carries us to each dimension. And so I want to end this show, season 3. This is a bonus episode for season 3. We're going to start Miracle Makers in season 4, probably around March. And we just got this bonus season, this bonus show in. And to leave you with this, your soul has a sacred geometric shape to it. Your soul embodies this, as we're calling the meat suit, or the shirt that you put on. Is if there's an image to your soul, it's the whole flower of life, as well as your whole soul being in a bigger, larger, encompassed flower of life within it. You got everything. God, source, spirit, love, universe held nothing back. Your soul is both masculine and feminine, and it has everything, just like the acorn creating an entire orchard. Within you have the possibility of creating everything what created you to create that. And your soul is nurtured by you knowing yourself and removing and letting go of what is no longer part of your experience, meat suit, thought processes. So you have a body. This body has a soul. And each of those aspects of yourself is in a system that's greater than itself. And that system is a whole. So I love that. And Katoto, anything that you want to add, my love, as we're closing out this very long show? Thank you, Tony, for letting us run.
Thank you. I didn't realize we ran over. I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who allowed me to be of service. it's one of the most beautiful things when the angels trust you enough to go into somebody's soul or their energy field and to help them and give them even a modicum of advice that might just raise the vibration of a situation. So it's an honor to be on your show.
It's an honor to have you. I'm so grateful.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. We'll see you again soon, Miracle Makers. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Thank you.
The past is history, the future mystery. This moment is